Good morning, students. Let us begin with our lesson. Okay. The last heading of the chapter is left, and we know that we are covering the first lesson of history, that is how, when, and where. And in our yesterday's session, we studied about the two subheadings of the chapter, and that is administration produces records and surveys become important. Under the section administration produces records, we saw that the British believed in the act of writing, and for them documentation was important because documentation led to clarity of ideas, which helped them in ruling the subcontinent. And every instruction, plan, policy, decision, agreement, investigation had to be clearly written up. And the Britishers, they believed that if these official records were maintained in written form, okay, they could be used by the officials. They could be used by the officials in the future years. Okay, for their efficient working. The Britishers, they believed in preserving the documents and letters of utmost importance, and for these record rooms attached to all administrative institutions were set up. Okay, the administrative institutions had these three important bodies: the legislative body, the executive body, and the judicial body, and each of these bodies were supposed to maintain record rooms for keeping a record of the official documents. And we also see that the village tehsildar's office, the collectorate, the commissioner's office, the provincial secretariats, the law courts all had their record rooms. And specialized institutions like archives and museums were also established to preserve important records. Okay. Now, what are archives? Archives are places where official documents and manuscripts are stored and preserved. Okay. So we see that these archives were set up and museums were set up for preserving the official documents. Okay. And we also see the calligraphists. Okay. The calligraphists, they were promoted by the Britishers, and with the spread of printing, multiple copies of official records were prepared. Calligraphists. Who are calligraphists? Are those who are those people who are experts in beautiful writing. So we see these calligraphists, they were promoted by the Britishers for maintaining the official records. And when you go through the book, you will see that in figure 4, the National Archives of India came up in the year 1920s. It was the time when New Delhi was built, and the National Museum and the National Archives both were located close to the Viceregal Palace. The Viceregal Palace was an important place for the Britishers, and we also see in the coming section, that is surveys become important. We see that the Britishers, they hired geographers for making under the section we saw surveys become important. Under this section we saw that geographers were hired like James Renal. James Renal has served as the surveyor of Bengal under Robert Clive. Okay, were hired for preparing topographical maps. Topographical maps. And why were these topographical maps prepared? The topographical maps helped the Britishers to assess about our rivers, about our mountains. Okay, टोपोग्राफी को हिंदी में हम तल रूप कहते हैं. तो हमारे तलीय क्षेत्र के बारे में जो है ओके पता करने के लिए जो है ब्रिटिशर्स ने जो है इन ज्योग्राफर्स को हायर किया था ताकि वो मैप्स बना सके. ओके, और उनका मानना था the British believed that for ruling a country, it was important or necessary to know about the subcontinent in detail. Okay, and we see that the maps helped them the revenue maps and other maps help them to know about the topography of the place, about the topography, okay. And we also see that these maps, they also helped in knowing about the maps also help them in knowing about the soil quality, flora, fauna, local history of the people. Okay, and it also helped them in understanding the cropping pattern. लगान की वसूली के लिए जो है ओके क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न की जानकारी होना जो है वो बहुत जरूरी है. ओके, अगर हमें क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न की जानकारी नहीं होगी ओके कौन से फसल कब लगाए जा रहे हैं और किस भूमि में कितना उत्पादन हो रहा है तो हमारे लिए ये मुश्किल हो जाता है उस भूमि के लिए जो है लगान तय करना. तो ब्रिटिशर्स जो थे वो कोई चूक नहीं करना चाहते थे. ओके, किसी भी प्रकार की कोई कमी नहीं रहने देना चाहते थे. तो इसीलिए जो है वो जो है एक के बाद एक जो है वो सर्वेस करवाते हैं. और आप अपने बुक में देख सकते हैं अंडर द फिगर 6 on page number 6 you can see okay mapping and survey operations are being conducted in Bengal and this drawing has been prepared by James Prinsep. Okay, so we see under the section surveys become important. Surveys were also conducted. Census operations were conducted every 10 years. Okay, हर 10 वर्ष पे जो है जनगणना कराई जाती थी. Okay, and what is census? Census, the term census means detailed, official, detailed and official population count. Okay, and under this census each and every information related to the area was taken out. Okay, like what kind of jobs were being the people of the area, what kind of jobs they were engaged in, what was their age group, about the birth rate, the death rate, and how many of them they were literate, how many of them were unliterate. Each and every information, okay, is being taken under this census. And as I have told you, the NSSO in our country NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization is responsible for conducting surveys, census. ओके हमारे देश में जनगणना जो है नेशनल सैंपल सर्वे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन करवाती है. ओके और हमारा अगला जो सेंसस है वो ओके और कमिंग सेंसस इज टू बी is going to be conducted in the year 2021. Okay, so we see these were the informations, and as far as the surveys were concerned, we see that the census operations were conducted, and it was conducted for gaining information about the people residing in the provinces, their caste, religion and occupation. Okay, and apart from these, botanical gardens and natural history museums were also established by the Britishers in the late 17th century. Okay, so we see that apart from the revenue surveys, the other kind of surveys that were promoted by the Britishers included, okay, other surveys included botanical, zoological, anthropological, forest surveys and archaeological. Okay, okay, so we see that other surveys included botanical, zoological, anthropological, forest and archaeological surveys. Okay, they did not want to leave any part of the administration to be uncovered. They wanted to cover each and every part of the subcontinent and each and every fact of the related to the inhabitants of the subcontinent. Okay, so that they could very efficiently rule the country. Okay, now let us try to understand, okay, the meaning of each of these terms. Let us try to understand the meaning of each of these terms. Okay, now see, what do you mean by zoology? Okay, it is the branch of biology. It is the branch of biology devoted to the study of animal life. Okay, it is the branch of zoology, biology devoted to the study of, okay, जूलॉजी को हम हिंदी में प्राणी विज्ञान कहते हैं। और इसमें जो है वी कैन सी हिस्टोरिकली द स्टडी ऑफ जूलॉजी is viewed as a series of efforts to analyze and classify animals. Okay, तो जूलॉजी का मतलब प्राणी विज्ञान है और इसमें जो है ओके प्राणियों के बारे में जो है हमें जानकारी मिलती है। नेक्स्ट, ओके, या इट इज सीरीज ऑफ एफर्ट्स, प्रयासों की संख्या। ओके, so we see that the other word is botany. Now what is botany? It is the scientific study of plants. Okay, बोटैनी को हम हिंदी में जो है वनस्पति विज्ञान बोलते हैं। ओके, बोटैनी को हिंदी में हम वनस्पति विज्ञान बोलते हैं और ये जो है साइंटिफिक स्टडी ऑफ प्लांट्स है। इट इज यूज्ड टू टैकल प्रॉब्लम्स रिलेटेड टू प्लांट्स। इट इज अप्लाइड टू टैकल प्रॉब्लम्स related to plants. Okay, now coming next to, okay, the other survey, and that is anthropology. Now what is anthropology? We see that anthropology, it is the scientific study of humans. It is the scientific study of humans. It is the scientific study of humans, human behavior and societies in the past. Human behavior and societies in the past and present. Okay, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी को हम मनुष्य जाति का विज्ञान कहते हैं। एंड बाय एंथ्रोपोलॉजी वी मीन मनुष्य जाति का विज्ञान। इट इज द साइंटिफिक स्टडी ऑफ ह्यूमंस, ओके, ह्यूमन बिहेवियर एंड सोसाइटीज इन द पास्ट एंड प्रेजेंट। सो we see that the Britishers, they were conducting surveys in the field of zoology, they were conducting surveys in the field of botany, and they were conducting surveys in the field of anthropology. And in the figure 6, you can see a custard apple. In figure 6 you can see a custard apple. Okay, a custard apple plant has been shown in the figure 6, and the botanical gardens and natural history museums were established by the British, okay, to collect a specimen related to these plants. Okay, custard apple को हम हिंदी में सीताफल कहते हैं, okay, या शरीफा कहते हैं। Okay, so Now let us move to the other term, and that is archaeology. Now what is archaeology? आर्कियोलॉजी को हिंदी में हम पुरातत्व कहते हैं. ओके, इट इज द स्टडी ऑफ human activity through recovery and analysis of material culture. Okay, तो आर्कियोलॉजी को हम हिंदी में पुरातत्व कहते हैं, और आर्कियोलॉजी इज दैट इट इज द ब्रांच ऑफ ए स्टडी दैट डील्स विद द ओके a study of human activity through recovery and analysis of material culture. And the archaeologists are mainly study the remains of the past. Okay, the physical remains that are related with the life of human beings. They try to study the remains of the past, like coins, tools, weapons, toys, plant remains, remains of buildings, inscriptions, bones of animals, etc. Okay, so we see that the archaeologists mainly study the remains of the past, okay, like coins, tools, weapons, toys, plant remains, okay, and remains of buildings, inscriptions, bones of animals, etc. And through this they try to find out about the human life. And so we see that the Britishers, they were involved in all kind of surveys. Okay, they were involved in botanical survey, zoological survey, anthropological survey, archaeological survey, and the last part, okay, it was forest surveys. Okay, and why were the forest surveys conducted? Forest surveys were conducted, okay, to assess the vast resources like medicinal plants, and timber. Okay, in the latter chapters you will come to know for efficient administration of the country. Okay, in order to make communication easier, in the latter chapters of this book you will see that the Britishers forced the tribals, okay, to vacate the forest so that they could use the timber, okay, for laying down railway tracks, okay. Okay, so we see that the Britishers, they uh, tried to cover each and every part of the administration in order to make communication easier. Okay, it was very hard in those times to communicate with different parts of the country. Okay, supposing if you take the case of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, okay, and we see that he was a social reformer, and whenever he tried to uh, whenever he wanted to have us take the benefit of the library, okay, there's a library in North Bengal which is known as the, okay, Central Library, and which is dedicated to him. Okay, so if ever he wanted to go for a deep study of the books, he had to travel to that library from Calcutta, okay, on the back of a horse, and his travel took nearly 40 days. So we see that it was, okay, okay, 40 days time he took, and in with this illustration we see that communication became easier after these railway tracks were laid down, and the it is and the railway tracks were laid down, and the people were able to communicate with the with their fellow citizens, fellow people within a short period of time. So we see that these were the kind of changes, okay, that were going on under the British rule. Okay, the other section that we are going to cover is about the what official records tell us. What official records what they tell us, what they do not tell. Okay, now when we go through this section, we see that the official records, since they were maintained by the officials, so the official records spoke about what the officials thought, what they wanted from the people of the country. Okay, the official records, they tell us what they were interested and what they wish to preserve for posterity. Okay, posterity means what they wanted to preserve for their future generations. Okay, the official records tell us what the officials thought, what they were interested in, and what they wish to preserve for posterity. Okay, the word posterity means future generation. भावी पीढ़ी के लिए वो क्या बचाना चाहते थे, क्या संरक्षित करना चाहते थे, इन सारी चीजों के बारे में जो है ऑफिशियल रिकॉर्ड्स जो है वो बताते हैं. we see that the forest surveys were conducted by the Britishers in order to assess about the forest resources that were there in our subcontinent. And in the latter chapters, आने वाले part chapters में आप समझेंगे, okay, you'll come to know that the British, okay, they reserved some part of the forest which were very useful for them, and they felt that for proper administration of the country, it was the utmost important to make communication easier. Okay, and for this, the introduction of the railway was an important landmark. And we see for laying down the railway tracks, the Britishers, they reserved many areas of the forest and they used these resources. Okay, but when they were reserving this forest, they had the problem of getting labor. Okay, where from they will get the labor? So they allowed the tribals who were practicing shifting cultivation in the forest, they allowed some of the tribals to have access to these forest resources. They gave them a piece of land so that they could reside there and they could cultivate the land. And in lieu of this, on lieu of this benefit that they were given to the tribals, they used their labor in the timber industry. And we see it was the tribals, especially the tribals belonging to the Bhil community. Okay, they were used by the Britishers for laying down the railway tracks. Okay, the tribals were the original inhabitants of the forest, but okay, the Britishers, they forced them to vacate the forest, and this is how they use the forest resources for their own benefit. Okay, now when we are going through the official records, we see that the official records tell us what the officials thought, what they were interested in, and what they wish to preserve for their future generations. Okay, this official records did not provide any information about the common man, okay, about the Indian masses, what they felt and what lay behind their actions. So we get no record of the ordinary people who was residing there in the subcontinent. Okay, and we know that the common man, he was a major part of the population, okay, was illiterate. So they were not able to maintain any written records about themselves, about their activities, about their livelihood, about the occupation they were following. Okay, so how do we come to know about these, okay, ordinary people? How do we come to, if we look at figure 7, okay, अगर आप अपने बुक में जो है पेज नंबर 7 में अगर फिगर 7 को ध्यान से देखते हैं, तो उसमें हम देखते हैं कि एक ओके दृश्य दिया गया है, and it is related to the revolt of 1857. okay, figure 7, okay, the rebels मतलब विद्रोही. ओके, इन्होंने किसके खिलाफ विद्रोह किया था? इन्होंने विद्रोह किया था अंग्रेज हुकूमत के खिलाफ, अंग्रेज ओके सरकार के खिलाफ. ओके, सो वी सी दैट द रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1857 was considered as the okay first war of independence ओके 1857 के संग्राम को जो है ओके हमारे देश का पहला जो है स्वाधीनता संग्राम माना जाता है. ओके, वी कैन से इट इज ओके. So we see what happened in this during this revolt. Okay, the revolt of 1857. Okay, a new kind of cartridges was introduced. A new kind of rifle was introduced and a new kind of cartridges were introduced by the Britishers. The Britishers believed in the policy of divide and rule, and in order to in order to underestimate the religious sentiments of both the Hindus and the Muslims, okay, who were working in the British army. They introduced this rifle, and okay, Enfield rifle was introduced. We see that the Britishers, they introduced Enfield rifle, and in this Enfield rifle, okay, the greased cartridges need to be uploaded before firing. Okay, so we see that the cartridges were required to be loaded, okay, before firing the with the rifle. But what was the problem with the cartridges? We see that the cartridges, okay, that were to be uploaded in the rifle, okay, before firing, they were greased. The tip of the cartridge, okay, was greased with the fat of cow and pig. The tip of the cartridges were coated with the fat of cows. Okay, so we see pork and beef. Pork and beef was used for coating the cartridges, and it was against the religious sentiments. It was against the religious sentiments of the sepoys. Okay, sepoy से हम क्या समझते हैं? The word sepoy. Sepoy is the anglicized